What is going on, guys? Troy at Mountain Man Treasure here. Thanks for tuning in. It's time for you to find out what's sold out of the eBay store in the last couple days. So this channel, guys, is all about reselling. It's about going into thrift stores, going to garage sales, that sort of thing, buying other people's stuff, making it your own, and then sending it to a new home, reselling it. That's what we're talking about here. And this is a look at what I have sold out of my eBay store over the last 2 days. It's been a very busy 2 days. A couple of days this week have been really uncharacteristically busy in terms of volume. A lot of low dollar things going out, but a lot of things going out. And the last couple of days, we've actually sold a few higher dollar items. So it's been really, really nice. It's like $600-700 over the last few days, which is really nice for the middle of the week. We'll jump right into it. The first thing that we've got here is the Ralph Lauren pajamas. These are really, really cool. I knew they would go. As soon as I saw them, I thought, that's a Christmas present. And so I picked them up. These were $3. Same garage sale that you saw me pick up the trumpet here not too long ago. I've got that at auction, actually, right now, and there are 2 watchers on that. So I think we're going to hopefully sell that trumpet. That'll be a nice sale. The pajamas, $3, and they sold for $34.99 plus international shipping to the United Kingdom. This next thing is Narnia. This is the Chronicles of Narnia, the complete set. They took all 7 books, combined them into one hardback book. It's a beautiful book, flipping through it. Illustrations in there. It's really, really done well. And the comps for this, all over the place. And when comps are all over the place and you can't find a discernible difference, sometimes that means the people that sold them low just didn't realize what they had, or they just wanted to move it really, really fast. So I priced toward the upper end, not right at the top, but toward the upper end to see what would happen. And you know what? It sold really, really quickly. I listed this on, I think, Sunday afternoon. Well, I was watching football. I listed this thing, and it's already gone. It didn't even take a week. So we bought this at Aaron and Mia's thrift store for $5, and it sold for $48.99 plus media mail shipping. Street Sharks. This is a fantastic old cartoon. You know I like selling the animation cells, and I have some animation cells from Street Sharks. We've already sold one set. It was actually the cell and the sketch that went with it. That went overseas. This one staying here in the U.S. We actually sold 2 of them, and we were about $12 into them, or thereabouts. They went for $66.48 plus shipping. Now, that second one ended up pushing us into pure profit. So we're already in the profit, and now every one is completely profit that sells from here on out. So that's really nice. This Rapala Pro Fishing for the Game Boy Advanced cartridge. Not a whole lot of value here. I picked this up for about 75 cents in a bundled deal where we got all those Pokemon games and the high dollar games. These are the stragglers that we're selling now. So 75 cents in, and it went for $7.78 free shipping. These bifocals, old glasses will sell, guys, especially if they look, I don't know, like librarian glasses. That's how I think of them. You know, the cat eyes or stuff like that. Essentially, hipsters buy these things, pop out the lenses, put in their own lenses. I'm pretty sure that's who's buying these. Now, these ones might not be, because these are bifocals that I've been hanging on to for a while. I'm sure I paid like $1 for them. I've had them since last summer. And somebody sent me an offer of $10. I think I had them up at about $15. They sent me an offer of $10 plus shipping, and I definitely took that. This Doug Baldwin jersey, I picked this up at the same place as the Diary of the Wimpy Kid books, if you remember that, where the lady was just not willing to make a deal on those. She was going for 50 cents a book, and that was it. So we picked them up anyway. $2 for Doug Baldwin, I believe, and it sold for $16.09. And if you notice on here, it said delivered. This is like the 3rd time my post office has done this to me. Joey Bada Bing, you gotta tell me, Joey, what do I tell these people to make them quit doing this? They always do it on a high volume day, so I understand it's because they're busy. But I actually talked with somebody there the last time it happened and found out basically that handheld scanner that they use, if they're not in the right mode, if they're not in the right program, it scans it incorrectly. So instead of scanning as at the post office in order to start the tracking, they scan it as delivered. So it actually says, if you look at the tracking, you get on there and it says delivered, picked up at post office in Montana. And so Every time that's happened, I wake up the next morning and I have like 3 or 4 messages accusing me of stealing their stuff, sending it to myself. It's a super big pain. Now this one, half of them showed as delivered the next day and half of them didn't. So 2 different people scanned them and one of them scanned it incorrectly. And so now I've got people saying, I don't have proof that you sent this or that it's on its way. I want my money back. It's a super big hassle. Now, it actually, in terms of the mail, it works out fine. It actually continues on its way. So if they give it another day, it's going to show the next post office it's at and the next post office it's at. And it's just weirdly going to say delivered twice on the tracking information. But there's nothing they can do about it. The problem is when the people have the thing set up to email them when it's delivered, it sends them an email like the day after they bought it saying, hey, it was delivered. So then I got people accusing me of trying to rip them off. So I preemptively send emails as soon as I find out to all the others, but damage is done, right? So this is not delivered, but hopefully it will be because that guy's already demanding a refund. I mentioned Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Those books, they sold. We picked these up for $6 for this stack, and they sold at auction for $32 plus shipping. Interestingly, I put these up for auction a couple weeks ago, and they picked up 2 watchers. I started it at $14.99 for, I think it said there, it was 12, 13 books, something like that, which I thought was fair. Started at $14.99, picked up 2 watchers, didn't get a single bid. Went through 7 days, nothing. So I relisted it again at auction. Thought, you know what, we're going to give this a try again. And that time it picked up like 5 watchers, multiple bidders, and went up to $32. So that just goes to show you that just because an auction goes through once doesn't mean that nobody wants it. Try it again. But it also goes to show you how fickle auctions are, even with a good product, because the lot of these books, Diary of a Wimpy Kid lot, it's a good lot. You know, it should sell. And it probably would sell if I did buy it now, but I just thought it would be fun to put it at auction. But it goes to show you that even good stuff sometimes isn't going to sell at auction or isn't. I mean, I could have just got 1 bid and went for $14.99. I got twice that the next week. That's the eBay auction game, guys. You're rolling the dice when you go for auction. The right buyer might not see it. So don't assume that just because you've got something good and you put it to auction, you're going to get a great price. It might not happen. Sometimes it's worth it just to put it out there, buy it now, and wait for the right buyer to come along. This one waited for the right buyer. I bought this one last summer, so we're now like a year and a half later. It's just been sitting in a bin since then. It's a thermocube. This is something, as I understand it, it's something that you would use when you're plugging in your car in cold climates. You plug in the block heater on your engine to make sure it starts in the morning when it's really cold. That's what this is for. No idea what I paid for this because it was that long ago. I don't remember picking it up. I know it came from a garage sale. I don't remember past that. I'm sure I paid a quarter or 50 cents, something like that. And it finally sold for $19.75 plus. This is when I was just doing global shipping. So I didn't even have this thing set up to ship directly internationally, which would have been pretty cheap actually because it's very light. So it went through the global shipping program and went to Canada. So they paid up for it, and they paid for it after a year and a half. So when people ask, how long do you leave things up before you take them down or before you... I just leave them up. Eventually, somebody's going to buy it. This Air Jordan, Michael Jordan bag, another that's really, really old, and finally, for whatever reason, it just moved. I picked this up last summer. I remember the sale where I picked this up. I got some board games, some masks, some hats. I got a lot of stuff at this garage sale. And I think I paid $1 for this at that garage sale. And it sold for $17.34 plus shipping. And you guys probably heard about, maybe sold some stuff when they had the documentary about the Chicago Bulls on the air. Chicago Bulls stuff was going like crazy. Michael Jordan stuff was going like crazy. This didn't go. It picked up some watchers and nobody bought it. I thought it was a cool piece. I don't know why. I figured, you know what? Once the craze of that died down, I thought, you know what? Okay, well, this is never going to sell. And now it just randomly sold. So you never know when these things are going to sell. This Bobble single, you guys are going to get sick of me selling these because I do still have more. I picked these up in a bulk deal, so we ended up about 32 cents in on this. Now, this one didn't sell for much, but it was the only one of this color that I had. So it went on its own. $8.49 free shipping. We make a couple bucks, but all told, when I go through the box, I did the math. After fees, after the initial purchase price, we're going to make about $200 off of these baubles. So super easy to ship. A lot of them are quantity listings. This is a fantastic pickup to my mind. This He-Man Funko pack. I picked these up. This was a retail arbitrage deal from Walmart. I think we're like $48, $49, right in that ballpark into these, because I bought a He-Man and I bought a Skeletor, and then I paired them together, so it was a set. I probably wouldn't get these again because it did take a long time, and it's a fairly significant investment for not a great return, right? Because we paid, ballpark, we paid $150 because I got 3 sets. And I think on each one, we net profit about $20. So at the end of the day, we made $60, which is good, right? But we spent $150 to make $60. I thought I was okay with it because I thought they were going to move really quickly, and they didn't. So that's the reason I wouldn't do it again. If they sold the day I got them, that's fine. That's quick money. Interestingly, they all sold overseas. All 3 sets went overseas. This one went to Australia. It sold for $154.75 Australian dollars. The Australian dollar, I didn't look at it today, but it's probably 71, 72 cents, so it's not super strong. But like I said, at the end of it all, we net about $20 profit on that. So I'm glad that all 3 sets of these are gone. Atmosphere. This is another one that says delivered, and another customer that's being cranky about it. I listed this the other night. I listed this on Monday night during the live with Joey Bada Bing during our live listing session. We're going to do that again this Monday. You know what? Because we started it, we're going to do it again. Now, we will bring back the Keeping It Real interviews, but hanging out with Joey for a little bit is cool, and so we're going to cycle through. We're going to do it again. But this I just listed on Monday night. I think I'm like $3, $4, $5. I can't remember. I remember picking it up from the lady. It was off of Facebook Marketplace. I had to go and meet her at her office even and pick it up from the office, which was kind of weird. But I don't remember exactly how much we paid. It was not that much. And it came to a deal of $55 plus shipping for this. So I could have held out and probably got closer to 60 or 65. This will sell for like $70, $80 even in the right circumstances. This is a game to look out for. So keep an eye out for Atmosphere. It absolutely sells, especially in October. This Masters towel, guess what? I also listed this during Joey's live. This one sold for $17.49, free shipping. Not bad considering it was tagged. It was new with tags, and the tag was $19. These calming bites picked up in the lot that we bought from 888 Lots. At some point, we're going to get that video put together for you. I'm $2.32 into each unit inside of this wholesale lot. We got 144 units. Some of them are worth more, some are worth less. All in all, we're going to make about $1,000, I think, off of this whole deal. We actually still have one of the 3 boxes that isn't open yet, so it's just taken a while to get to. But these sold for $29.39, free shipping, but the shipping was right about $10. I think it was $10.80. So, we still make pretty good profit on these, and I've got one more. That was a little bit of a quantity listing because we had 2 boxes. So that's a good deal. This Nike gray tag sweatshirt, hoodie, pullover, whatever you want to, it's a hoodie. That's what I call them. Gray tag, this is vintage. I think from the 80s is when this, and it's not perfect. It had a couple spots, but you point that out in the listing. They know that it's a vintage piece. It's relatively rare, and they're okay if it's not perfect. I paid a couple bucks for this at the local thrift some time ago. This might have been a year ago as well, or close to it anyway. And I had it listed for $34.99, I believe, and I took an offer of $30 plus shipping. These 4 baubles, I put these together in a set. So the 32 cents a piece, it's like actually 31 cents and 9 tenths, or I don't know, it's like a gas price, right? I rounded it up. It's 32 cents a piece. So we're about $1.25 in, thereabouts, and they sold for $24.49, free shipping. The CC Filson shirts, you haven't actually seen this video yet. I've got this put together, but I haven't been able to get it up yet. This on a trip to Goodwill. Picked up both of these for, I think women's shirts are $2.99 now. They changed prices, and I still haven't memorized all of them yet. I just knew that they were going to be worth more than what I paid, so I got them. So I think $2.99 a piece, and the same customer bought both of them. So all told, $48.98 plus shipping. And the nice thing is we could combine those orders, so we made a little bit of money on the shipping. Very, very nice. Tetris for the Game Boy. This another one of the leftovers, about 75 cents in, and we got $8.98 plus shipping. This vintage Snuggle Bear, remember from the Downy commercials? That bear, they came out with an actual bear, of course, as part of their marketing, and picked this up at Goodwill. I think they're plush there now, or I think it's $1.99 that we paid for this, and it really only lasted a couple of weeks. I haven't had this listed that long, and it sold for $16.99 plus shipping. The Legend of Zelda for the Wii, a couple dollars into this, and it sold for $12.74 plus shipping. And then this Infantry Rifle Company Field Manual, this one of the bulk buy books that I got from that National Guard soldier who was clearing out stuff. He had all these field manuals overflowing in a postal crate. And I just said, hey, I know there's some stuff that I'd be interested in there. Rather than rifling through it all, what would you take for the whole box? I'll just take them all out here and get them all out of your way. And we did it for 15 bucks. So I'm like, I didn't even count how many were in there. 50 cents, 75 cents, something like that. Not that much. We were into the profit after we sold the first book, because there's some in there that have sold for $20 and $30. This one, not great, $9.98 free shipping, but it is media mail, so we did make a couple bucks. So that's what we've sold. I actually have one more sale that has come in today, but they haven't paid yet, so we're going to hold off. We'll show you that one, hopefully, on Monday. It kind of depends on how things work out, guys. I've mentioned this on like a couple of lives, but haven't, I don't know if I put it in a video that we've put out there yet past one of the longer live shows, but this is going to be a really long weekend for me. I am going to be up a little bit late tonight as you're watching this. The kid's got a football game that she's dancing at, and then I got to take her to go visit her grandmother and her cousin. They're just down the road about 90 miles or so. We're going to go and drop her off there. And then I'm going to get up in the morning to drive the other way across the state and go and visit the old Montana State Prison. Crazy stories about this place. And now folks say it's haunted. Well, guess what? I'm going to get locked in from 8:30 p.m. until 5 a.m. on Saturday night into Sunday morning. I've arranged for a lock-in at the old prison. We're going to do an old-fashioned ghost hunt. Now I'm going to put together a show for my radio station. We're going to record a whole bunch of stuff. We're going to see if we can find some bumps in the night there. It's a tradition that I started at the radio station 4 years ago, is to do a ghost hunting story on Halloween. Well, this year Halloween's on Saturday, so we're going to air it on Friday morning, that day before. But I thought, you know what, I'm going to be there. We're probably going to make a YouTube video about this as well. I might jump on and do a little bit of live, just broadcasting raw live video from my phone. That might be fun. We'll see. I'm not exactly sure what the signal is going to be like there. I don't know exactly what the situation is going to be there, other than very, very dark and very cold, I'm told, and probably very creepy. So I think there's a video upcoming. Maybe I'll debut that on Halloween, premiere it and watch it with you guys. I think that'll be fun. I put it on Instagram. A lot of people said, yeah, do it. So nothing whatsoever to do with reselling, but we're going to do a ghost hunting video for Halloween. I think it's going to be fun. And I will have a little bit of time, so I'm going to see if I can find a thrift store. I don't know if they have a thrift store there or if I can find one on the way, but we might make a separate thrift trip out of that trip as well. So that's what's coming up, guys. I don't know for sure if we're going to have a show on Monday morning. Just depends on if I have time to get back and put it together on Sunday. It's going to be a really busy day with packing and everything. So if there's not a show on Monday morning, we might push it and just do it on Tuesday morning. So that's what's coming up. We're going to cut it off here, guys. Like, subscribe, do all this. Hey, look, subscribe. DC Sells made that. If you're interested, get a hold of me. I'll tell you how you can get one. I love it. It's fantastic. I hope to see you back here again next time. We'll see you. Bye.